Okay, today is the burial of the former president, late General Muhammadu Buhari, in Daura. That is his home state, and he will be buried inside his compound, his Daura, and they have already dug the ground anyway. And you see, he was flown from UK to Nigeria today, accompanied by servicemen, accompanied by his immediate family. This is the burial ground, burial site of the late General Muhammadu Buhari. According to eyewitnesses, people were with him the last hour. They said he was very, very okay. That the doctors were giving them positive review on his health, but all of a sudden, they never knew that he's going to pass on. That is his wife, immediate family, and also first lady. That is Bola Ahmed Tinubu's wife that is there, and you see the servicemen sending their condolences to Asha Buhari and his family. Of course, including his sisters as well were also present, and other first lady of states in Nigeria as well were also present. I think they are the one accompanying her. Because if you check, you see some first ladies of state that you know in their midst. But the first person there is the president wife, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, holding Asha Buhari's wife hand, and other people there as well. Well, it was accompanied by service chief. Even the president as well accompanied the body of the late president. It's not as if he sat down somewhere. He was walking with them. He accompanied the body. There are videos and photos to prove that as well. Just hold on and you're going to see it. There are videos and photos to prove that as well, guys. May his soul continue to rest in peace, and may God the only thing we owe him now is just prayers. That's all, guys. That's his body, as you can see, and there is no need to do a private burial. There is no need to do a private burial because this is a public issue. He was a public officer. He was a public officer who have served Nigeria in his best ability. So there is no need for a private burial. I see people ask, they would have buried him privately. No, 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 no. You do not bury a president privately. No, you bury him publicly for everybody to see. Yeah, that's how they do it. You don't bury him privately. He worked for Nigeria in the public sector, so there is no need for for him to be buried. Yeah, that's the photo of the president, the current president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So for those of you who do not, he accompanied the body. It's not as if he stood or stand somewhere, and he was very, very involved in the process and everything. And that is really, really good. That's really good, and it's going to like also add value to his next election as well. And that is his son, and also Bola Ahmed Tinubu's son, also standing there in the middle, and other service chiefs as well. Let's look at him there. I tell you guys might laugh, but honestly, he's going to assist his 2027 election that is coming up. It's going to assist him a lot because people will say and see this video and be like, yeah, he was fully involved. He had so much respect for Muhammadu Buhari. I know, all those politicians as well. And I carried Muhammadu Buhari's son along, you understand, was so involved with them, the condolences and everything. The respect that he has paid Buhari so far, honestly, is good. Let me not lie, it's really, really, really good that he really, really paid such respect to Muhammadu Buhari and make sure everything is covered and make sure there is no issues surrounding the body being. If it's a president, they will just allow somebody to just handle the matter. But I believe Tinubu was very, 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 very much involved with the whole burial issue. And of course, as expected, the security was really, really tight. Nobody can get close. See, the president and the late president were together, so the security will be really, 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 really tight as expected, guys. It was a nice, well, I wouldn't say nice, well, it's a money day for the president, for the former president, so I think the whole nation is money. As you can see, as of today, I think the U.S. Embassy close down their office in
Since General Muhammadu Buhari died, I've seen a number of people in society mocking him, celebrating his death, and denigrating him for dying in the United Kingdom, saying he did not build hospitals in Nigeria. You see, the problem with Nigeria is not really the government, it's with Nigerians. We do not understand how government works, and that's understandable because after the January 15, 1966 Nzegu Ifeanyi coup, it unleashed decades of military rule in Nigeria, and so we lost understanding of how a democratic government is meant to work. If you look at these countries in the Western Hemisphere, the United Kingdom, the United States, Germany, and then also progressive countries in Asia, India, Japan, Singapore, it is not the government that builds hospitals or runs the private sector. The government is not designed to do that. No country, except you have a socialist or communist country, has a system whereby the government successfully runs the private sector, because governments are not designed to do that. The private sector runs the healthcare sector, even in the United Kingdom. In the United States, that's how it is. In the United Kingdom, you have a health insurance whereby you have a quasi-non-governmental organization that collects taxes. They call it the health tax, and then gives those monies to the private sector. You cannot have a successful public sector run healthcare system. It doesn't work anywhere. And Nigerians are notorious for saying that, okay, Nigeria is an oil-rich country. We make about $36 billion from oil and gas every year. What's our population? About 230 million. If you divide that by our population, you get about maybe $150 per citizen. Where can that take you? From that, the government has to pay civil servants, the military, build schools, build roads. It's not enough. And Nigerians don't pay taxes. We've got one of the lowest tax to GDP ratio in the whole world. Less than 10% of Nigerians pay tax. And then if you consider that in the United Kingdom, if you earn about £50,000, half of that is going into taxes. In the Eurozone area, especially Germany, if you earn about 54,000 euros, half of that is going into taxes. In the United States, if you earn about $84,000, half of that is going into taxes. If you tell that to Nigerians, there's going to be mayhem, riots, protests. But then we want the best healthcare system. We watch movies. Oh, we want systems like that. How is that going to work? We have the National Health Insurance Scheme in Nigeria. Nigerians don't pay to it. Nigerians want to have an accident and then go to a private medical facility and want that doctor to spend millions on their healthcare, and the doctor doesn't do that. They'll say, this man is wicked, because we do not understand how government works. Listen, the government of Nigeria can never, if you bring an angel, they can never, except we become a communist country or a socialist country, and then if we do that, we've got to give up private wealth. All of it is going to go to the government, and I know that Nigerians are not ready for that. So we've got to understand how government works. If we want a thriving healthcare sector, it's going to be the private sector that is going to run it like a business. So either we have a national health insurance scheme that Nigerians pay into, or Nigerians will get private medical health insurance or go to private facilities. Governments cannot do that. Not in America, not in England, not in India, Japan, Singapore, and certainly not in Nigeria. General Muhammadu Buhari, he had a mixed legacy in government, but he wasn't that bad. If you look at it, he built projects that united Nigeria nationally and internationally, like the Second Niger Bridge, and then also the Kano-Maradi line. So let us just think deeply before we begin to insult this man even in death. Some people are doing it because they have a grudge with Nigeria. They want to break away from Nigeria. Do not allow them mislead you, because it makes us look like barbarous people when we behave like this. Civilized people don't behave like this. My name is Rena Mokri. Thank you for watching, and may God bless